Smith was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, the third child of Joan and Curtis Smith. He spent most of his childhood in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, where he graduated from Lahser High School in 1980. He started to play drums at age 7 and grew up listening mainly to bands such as Rush, the Rolling Stones, Humble Pie, Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, The Who, the Jimi Hendrix Experience and Kiss. Chad did not receive formal drum lessons and gained drumming experience by playing in school bands. He ran away from home when he was 15, but returned home after a summer. Smith spent his early years in various rock bands, starting in high school with a band called Paradise, where they won the Battle of the Bands in Birmingham, Michigan in 1977. Future bands included Pharroh and Michigan-based band Toby Redd, Pharroh's percussionist Larry Fratangelo, who also worked with Parliament Funkadelic, introduced Smith to R&B and funk music and taught him how to play funk. In 1988, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were looking for a replacement for their drummer DH Peligro, who had recently been fired. Already into the process of working on their fourth studio album and hiring new guitarist John Frusciante, the band held open auditions for a new drummer. Smith was one of the last drummers to audition for the band, and the band felt that on looks alone, Smith would be the wrong fit as he looked more hair metal than punk. Nonetheless, the band was blown away by his audition. Singer Anthony Kiedis admired Smith and found his persistence impressive. Smith joined the Chili Peppers in December 1988 and within a few months was recording his first album with the band Mother's Milk. In 2007, Smith, along with fellow Glenn Hughes alumni, guitarist Jeff Coleman and keyboardist Ed Roth, formed an all-instrumental band inspired by their shared love of 1970s funk and fusion. Still unnamed at the time, the group, rounded out by bassist Kevin Chown, debuted at the 2008 NAMM show in Anaheim, California. The band has released 2 studio albums and a double live disc as Chad Smith's Bombastic Meatbats since its inception. Following a lengthy world tour in support of Stadium Arcadium, the Chili Peppers decided to take a break in 2008. During this break, Smith joined the hard rock supergroup Chickenfoot, whose other members are Sammy Hagar, Joe Satriani and Michael Anthony. The group has released 2 studio albums, a live album and a box set to date with Smith. Due to touring commitments with the Chili Peppers in 2011, Smith was unable to tour with Chickenfoot and was replaced by Kenny Aronoff. In 2012, Smith rejoined Chickenfoot for a 4-song encore, and the band briefly reunited for only 2 shows on May 7 and May 8, 2016 at Hurrah's showroom at South Lake Tahoe. During the show, the band debuted a new song titled Divine Termination. In June 2016, Smith discussed the future of Chickenfoot touring and recording new music, saying that everyone has different things going on. We really enjoy playing together, but with my schedule one don't see us playing too much. I would love to make some new music with those guys, but we'd have to be in the same room at the same time. Smith is an active supporter of a number of non-profit organizations including Surfers Healing Serious Fun Network, Music Cares, Silver Lake Conservatory of Music, Guitar Mash NY, Camp Corey and Little Kids Rock, which he discussed in an interview with Making Music magazine. In April 2013, Smith was asked by NAMM, the National Association of Music Merchants, to represent the music community by going to Washington as a lobbyist in support of music education in U.S. public schools. While in D.C., Smith had the opportunity to meet with congressional leaders and share his experience as a student who learned his craft entirely within the public school system. Smith has since been invited back to lobby in April 2014 in support of public school music education. In 2014, Smith joined Bystander Revolution, a group that speaks out against bullying in schools and tries to find solutions. Smith released a few videos discussing his own childhood being bullied along with his son's recent experiences with bullies. On May 2014, Smith appeared along with other celebrities in Washington at a White House talent show held by Michelle Obama, which was organized to raise awareness for Turnaround Arts, a program enacted under the guidance of the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities to increase performance and achievement at some of the lowest-ranked schools in the country through arts education. On January 2019, Smith along with the Chili Peppers performed at a benefit for victims of the recent deadly Woolsey fire. It was cool, it was fun. It was a good vibe and we really appreciate all the people that came down and paid a lot of money. It wasn't a cheap ticket. But all the proceeds are going to the people that suffered from the fires and the families and everything that is involved in that. Smith said that the fires even put the band's recording of their 12th album on hold, saying the house we were working in, there was no damage, it didn't burn down, but we couldn't get back in there, so that halted our progress. Myself and Anthony both live in Point Doom. 70 houses in our neighborhood burned down, ours was spared luckily.